Good evening, everyone. My name is
Good
Marie
evening.
McKenzie, and we are live today. I'm so excited about this week. Our anthology, Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing, went live on Amazon in ebook form and was an instant number one bestseller. Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, jump on Amazon right now. The ebook is only $2.99. Read all about 10 inspirational Christian coaches, share about what we do to impact the life of others in a meaningful way. I am so glad to be a part of this project led by Dr. Doreen Letsom Reed. How she had the vision to bring us all together. We didn't know each other in the beginning, but we came together, collaborated, and the result is an amazing book about what we do. I am Coach Marie McKenzie, rape kit expert, sexual assault nurse, examiner, and registered nurse. I provide confident, compassionate, confidential coaching through the rape kit process in each state of the USA to help victims overcome the thought of being traumatized a second time, to position them as powerful self advocates instead of becoming emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically shut in. Are you shut in? You don't have to be. On stage with me today is my good friend, book coach, and editor for my first book, my memoir, is J.L. Campbell, coming in all the way from Jamaica. And my friend from primary school, Patricia Rochester-Pryce, who have been with me through thick and thin, ups and downs. She's coming live from Tampa, Florida. So, JL, start us off. Tell us about yourself and why you joined me on the stage today. Thank
Okay,
you so much for being here.
I am, she as Mary introduced me, I'm J.L. Campbell, a national best-selling author of more than 40 books. I'm also an editor, and Marie and I came in contact because of a 30-day challenge in which she wrote her memoir. And since then, we really clicked, and we've become good friends, and we've become sisters, so to speak. I am very happy, very happy just to know that she's spreading her wings and she's doing different projects, and that something like this, 10 professionals coming together, Christian people from different walks of society to produce something that will be of value to the world and, of course, to glorify Jesus Christ. So, again, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Pat?
My name is Pat Rochester-Pryce, and Marie and I go back way back into childhood. I've traveled should I say, I have made travels with her for her life, and I am so proud of where she's at. Regardless of what she's been through, she has made it. Instead of making it something that she can be sorry about. She has used a platform to elevate herself and to give other people's points on how to deal what she's going through. And with her partnering with all these on this platform with all the other writers, and I am so proud. They are all working through the grace of God, because one thing we know, that without him we would never be where we are. He gave us the life, he gave us the mindset. As long as we pray, he's our guide. And I'm proud to be a support. I'm not really I've never really been a victim, but I have known people who have been in this position, and so it kind of gave me a mindset to actually to understand what's going on, and how I can take what I'm learning from Marie and all her comrades, all that they're doing, so I can help someone else who might be in a, one of those platforms where they don't want to really say anything. I have a place to lead them to where they can get help. So, Marie, I want to tell you, I am proud of you. I'm proud to be called your friend. I am proud to be called your supporter. And I will be there for you anytime you need me.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pat. And I'm glad you said you may not be in need of the services that any of us offer, but you may be able to share it with someone you know. And that's what this book is about. The readers or someone who purchased the book may not be in need of any of our services, but can share it with others. For example, chapter one, jailbreak. Dr. Dixon um, coaches men 20 to 40 returning from prison. You know, a lot of our men are in prison and suffer loss of self. They're coming back out of after many years. So much has changed on the outside, and they don't know where to go or who to turn to. So I am so happy to know that people like Dr. Dixon are out there providing this kind of service. There is Coach Angela Taylor, who Coach Sound the Alarm, and her title is like Price, and she coaches single mothers, you know, who has suffered loss of self. Also, there is Coach Tanisha Carroll, who coaches moms of tweens, you know, how to navigate this world with their tween daughters. And her chapter is rethinking madness. So many valuable services being offered through this book. Are you lit? Leaders intentionally trailblazing. Trailblazing means no more procrastinating, no more sitting on the sideline. We're getting in position, being conditioned to be used by God for what He has purposed us to do. So we have answered the call. Coach Dr. Doreen Lee Reed has brought us together and helped us unlock what's inside. None of us is doing something new. We were able to launch these businesses in 90 days because what she unlocked is not something that we are starting from scratch. I'm a survivor of sexual violence. I've been a nurse for over 24 years, during which time I've cared for victims of sexual violence, either through the clinical setting or in the community. I know what they're going through. And she was able to bring me and my transitional skills to make this a business. So this is what I've been doing all along. I didn't know I was coaching people, you know. And at the during my journey, I wrote my memoir, guided by, of course, J.L. Campbell and the awesome authors in the NK tribe called Success and Delana Kai, or Leader. And so that was a part of my healing, writing my book. And I'm here ready and willing to help others, you know, navigate that journey to not be shut in. The title of my chapter is Are You Shut In? And what shut in means: silently hurting due to unresolved trauma, internalizing needlessly. Internalizing, that means the woman or whoever was sexually assaulted or raped internalizes shame and guilt, anger, not processing it, unresolved trauma, needlessly, because you don't have to be shut in. There are services out there to help you heal. I'm here to help you heal. Jill Campbell, any comments?
Yes, I picked up the book. I have not read all the chapters, I must admit, but what I have read definitely spoke to me. One of the things that impressed me was that I think it's the chapter from your coach where she had a rough start in life, and yet through the power of God and through her relationship with God, that she was able to overcome her circumstances and to do this. And as well, you are also an inspiration for me in terms of just being in a position to help other women. And so many times things happen to us and we are not aware of how many resources are out there. So I think this project is an excellent vehicle as well, because some people, before they reach out to someone else, as you've said, they're probably embarrassed over something that, was not their fault.
Yes,
But maybe just picking up a book and just being able to identify with the fact that, hey, this is my experience reflected back at me, will probably prompt them to
exactly.
maybe get in touch with, whichever coach, that, is helping with what aligns with their situation. So I believe that this is such a wonderful resource, particularly for people who may internalize stuff, who may not be so inclined to talk to other people, that at least they can read through this thing and get an understanding of what might be happening with them, and how it is that they can, get over some of what has happened, whether by talking with someone, by reaching out to someone they know, and just having a resource is so very helpful, so very helpful in times, especially when we're confused and don't know which direction to look in. So, I really think that this is a wonderful resource. And you and I in recent times have discussed where you want to go and what you want to do in addition to what you already have in the marketplace. And I think that is a way to help people to work through their feelings. Yeah. So,
Yes,
I'm glad.
thank you. Well
Yeah.
said. As I said, are you lit? Leaders intentionally trailblazing. 10 coaches sharing their inspirational stories of how God is using them to impact the lives of others. Ebook available on Amazon.com for $2.99. The paperback and hardback will be available in a few weeks. You may not need the services being offered, but you may know someone who does. It's a great gift. It's a season when we are getting gifts for everyone. Are you lit? Add it to your Christmas list for your friends or as a request for as a wish list. Pat, anything you want to add?
Yeah, there's one thing I have to say is that, the Heavenly Father moves in mysterious ways, and for Him to take on you guys, for be the being the should I say the catalyst for all you one all different areas of how people are being victimized, and have one channel where everybody comes to actually give back and show one person in charge. I am blessed to just be there also to just share with you guys, because I definitely say God, He is wonderful. And I'm telling you, just look at the avenue. One person we
Yes,
all believe in that can help us.
missionary.
So many situations fall into on that one person. He's the one we look up to. So we invite others to actually come to him, and he will do the same for them.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you navigate the different chapters, pay close attention to what each coach offers. There's one chapter, the coach offers help for people who have menstrual issues and infertility issues. I mean, who would believe that? There are people who need coaching through that kind of, because it's a form of trauma. Many people have these issues. They don't know where it originates. They don't know what the cause is of infertility or, the menstrual issues. And Coach Kimberly Yap offers that. So go through the chapters and read, be inspired, and inspire others. Are you lit? Leader intentionally trailblazing, and we are trailblazing to help you navigate whatever your trauma is, and that's affecting you or has affected you, whether it be something acute or chronic. There is help for you throughout the pages of this book. Just reach out to the different authors. Available on Amazon, ebook $2.99, coming paperback coming in a couple weeks.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any time when you all had any challenges that might have prevented you from putting out your gift to the world?
Are you referring to me in particular regarding this book?
No, the whole project.
If there were, I am not aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I worked with initially with Coach Doreen individually. So we didn't know each other in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So then when the project came on and she brought us together, there were strategy sessions. We all threw ideas. We all help each other.
Mm-hmm.
But if there were any setbacks or conflicts, we individually didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm. I
What
know.
is so beautiful about this is we are collaborating. There is no competition among us. If
Awesome.
if someone consults me and I feel that one of the other coaches is a better fit for what the particular issue is, I'm going to refer that person to the other coach. And it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we promote each other, we promote together. And with Coach Doreen Lesson Reed, it's just love among us and
Mm,
collaboration.
that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes. Pat,
No, I'm just listening to you, Jennifer. Oh, sorry, I called you Jennifer.
that's all right.
Anyway, but, childhood names or something else.
Mhm.
I'm just listening because I mean, if we have more people who would actually reach out to a channel like this, I think we have less suicides,
Yes.
and because you have an avenue where sometimes someone tried to let you not have an excuse to say I
Mhm.
do this because of this. You
Right.
know, there's a channel, and I don't know to tell you, I am so glad that I can say to someone if like I have a friend that she's a friend, she's a real acquaintance I used to work with, and she was married. Her husband used to beat the dickens out of her, and homegirl turned to the bottom. And I was talking to her last night, a few days ago, and I said, my girlfriend does and I was telling her, and I said, I have to talk to Marie for her to tell her where to go to. Then she had to go to the AA class because she become an alcoholic. And I'm saying that at that time, a book like this or a channel like this would do her so much good. I saw her last night, and she's coming around, and what I mean. So it's so surreal that knowing that Marie is involved in this, in this field with all these different people who actually address all these situations.
Mhm.
And I told her, I said, I'm going to tell you about my girlfriend, and if it's up to you, yeah, I'm not going to force her. I went up to you. I said, here, here, here. And if you think that this something can help you, then you can use it. But I just want to tell you, Marie, I am proud, and I am so glad that you actually prod me to get into. You didn't prod me at all. You just say, Pat, this is the best, right? And you know me. I'm so glad to be a part, and just for your support. I
Yes.
wish you all the luck. That luck. I wish you all the blessings from above, that God will keep guiding you to bring all everything that you have to make people better.
Thank you so much. And she would be a good candidate for a gift of this book for Christmas, or,
Yes.
she'd be a great candidate for gifting this book. So if it may not be of help to you, but friends like,
Yeah.
her. Yes. And what I want people to know, many of us in this anthology have been through unspeakable evil growing up or as an adult: domestic violence, gang rape, I mean, sexual abuse from family members, you know, name it. there are multiple of us who have suffered through that. We have worked through our trauma to survive and thrive through the grace of God. So if you were listening and you're at a place where you feel shut in, silently hurting due to unresolved trauma, internalizing needlessly, you don't have to be, because our story should inspire you to step out into your life of full potential. There's help. Let's help coach you through the steps that we took and more to help you get on the road to healing, surviving, and thriving. So, no matter where life took you, no matter what your experiences in the past, you don't have to remain in a position where you have lost your luster, lost your will to live and thrive. There is help. And through the pages of this book, reach out to one of us because we'll be happy to help and support you through your journey.
I have another question. I know that you were using Clubhouse as another platform to speak to persons out there. Are you going to be using that platform? I mean, the group of you, to reach more persons and to just kind of help people. Sometimes people they want help, but they'll come and they'll be in a room and they'll listen, but they won't really say anything. And maybe just knowing that the room is there will give them courage to reach out in the future.
Yes, we currently use Clubhouse, Unlock What's Inside You, Confident Woman Rise Clubhouse Room. Some of us are there every week.
Okay.
There's a broadcast. One of my most memorable time being on, and I spoke about my platform, and the lady reached out. She had been raped more than 30 years and was speaking about it for the very, very first
Wow.
time. The very first time. So I won't stop talking about this. I'm glad the conversation is changing. I'm
Mhm.
glad there are more people advocating for victims of sexual violence.
Mhm.
I'm glad there's more resources and help out there. I will not shut up. I will not stop advocating and reaching out. I mean, ever since I wrote my memoir, I've been contacted by more and more people, some from families, some friends, acquaintances. You never know a person's story. You see someone each day, they may look like they're thriving, but on the inside they are not. Or you may see someone acting out, whether promiscuity, drugs, alcohol, depression. You don't know their story, so that's some people adopt maladaptive behavior to deal with their trauma because they have not learned the right way to process it.
Okay.
When you come through my coaching program, one of the first things I will help you do is identify what the trauma was, because there's some sexual assault victims, if they were not physically raped, they really don't know what to call what happened to them. Sexual assault is an umbrella that covers like a mountain of sins, including rape. So they may not know what to call. They know something is wrong, it has affected them. And when you're affected by trauma, it's the whole body, mind, soul, and spirit. You're physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually shut down or depressed. Sometimes it lasts for weeks, months, years. It could even be a lifetime. When I think of rape, didn't just come on the scene in the recent centuries. If you navigate the pages of the Bible, you'll be amazed of the amount of cases. One of the more ones I'm more familiar with is that of Tamar. She was raped by her stepbrother, and because she did not receive the support, it was kept in the family. She became a shut in. She remained at her brother's house for the rest of her life. And that reminds me, when I read it, of victims that I see today. Some of them are blamed, it's shoved under the table, and they grow up with manifesting behaviors that they're just trying to deal with what has been locked in, sometimes from childhood. Predators are not always running around in the streets. They prey where they're trusted, in our homes, in our schools, our churches, so keep your eyes open. I encourage parents to maintain an open line of communication with your children.
Right.
Make sure they know how to what's not normal behavior from an adult or even another young person. And when we talk of sexual violence, we don't mean men raping women or boys raping girl or man raping children. There are women out there. There are women raping women, women raping men raping men, men raping children. So the field is wide open. So you just have to keep your eyes wide open and the lines of communication open with your children. Consent is not given if the victim is impaired or inebriated in any
Yep.
way, whether it be mentally or from substance. That's consent. If the victim says yes because they're under duress, that's not consent. Right, Pat?
Yep. I,
Yeah.
be- I believe I believe that it's it's a matter of just recognizing where you fall, what happened with you. If you some people, they might say that something happened and they just like let it blow off, and then they realize that mentally it starts to fester, and then they kind of wondering what category was I raped, what happened, was it consent, or did I actually cause this? Because the thing about it is that people like to add the judgmental part of it to tell that you are the reason why things happen. And so a lot of times this is something like the perpetrator might use as a way of saying that you are the reason why.
Exactly.
And with this avenue, it kind of challenge you to you for you to actually understand exactly what happened with you. So I mean, I've been acting because I thought, especially since I get on this, I've been reading a lot. I've been reading a lot. As a matter of fact, I have something up right here. I was reading about a little girl who her stepfather molested her, and she went to her mother. She told her mother didn't believe. She ran away, and that's not the first time I heard that story. And like she's actually behaving, blame herself that maybe because she came downstairs in the shorts while her stepfather, stuff like that. So I kind of see where this whole, I can understand it more because it's something that I never usually think about.
Right.
But now it has opened up my mind.
Yes.
It really has opened up my mind.
A lot of victims blame themselves. That's one of the some of the first things. Or if I hadn't worn that shorts, if I hadn't gone to drink alcohol with them, if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't did this, but you didn't say rape me. You didn't invite rape. Turn the blame on the perpetrator. That's where it belongs. So
Yeah.
once again, are you lit? Leaders intentionally trailblazing. 10 trailblazing leaders, Christian coaches poured their heart and soul into this anthology. Number one Amazon bestseller. Only $2.99 for the ebook, and the hardcover paperback will be coming soon in a few weeks. Get your copy or gift it to someone. If you know someone who needs help, who may not be ready to talk to someone, give them a copy. They will be inspired and may reach out to one of us. Any last comments before we close?
Congratulations, Marie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm so
good
excited
job.
about this. I'm so excited about this,
Thanks for having me
and to be
participate in this forum.
associated I'm sorry, go ahead, Pat.
And thanks for having me participating in this forum.
Oh, thank you so much for the support and for reaching out always and providing an avenue to help our listeners and sharing this broadcast and book with others. Jill?
Thanks so much for including me as well. And
Yeah.
congratulations and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. And to our listeners, reach out to me, marielmckenzie.com. Email address, marielmckenzie@gmail.com. I'm available on all social media platforms as Marie McKenzie. Thank you so much for listening and see you next time.
Bye.
Okay. Recording.